that in your video you compared Mahabharat, Ramayana and Jallianwala Bagh incident. So on the same track, I would like to ask you, how is Arjun and other Pandavas better than the soldiers who fired on own people just to follow commands? Arjun and other Pandavas failed to protect their own wife in the name of being duty bound, and some heavenly power has to appear to protect honor of Draupadi, while Arjun and Pandav prefer to keep mum. And in this context, I would like to add one more thing, that Arjun and other Pandavas were born and brought up to be rulers, whereas the soldiers who fired in Jallianwala Bagh incident were no doesn't did not belong to royal family.
Okay. See, first of all, looking from the modern perspective, it is impossible to justify the actions of Pandavas or anybody else in the great gamble and the ultimate humility that Draupadi suffered in an open kingdom full of wise people.
Even if we look from the perspective of that time, inactions of Arjuna and other Pandavas led to humiliation of Draupadi, their own wife.
I am not defending their actions here. I am not defending
No,
their actions
actually, you
here.
cannot defend their actions because they did not take any action.
So that's a good point. So I will not defend their inaction also.
Okay.
And I was calling their inaction as an action by quoting from Gita, where Krishna says that you cannot be in inaction. Whatever you do, even inaction is an action. That is what Krishna says in Gita. So I was taking a cue from there. But anyway, yes, their actions or inactions cannot be justified. And if you see, they too were penalized, they too suffered, they too paid a price for their inaction. That is a story which follows immediately after. You see, Draupadi had got them released from the slavery of Duryodhan. Dhritarashtra had freed all of them as a boon to Draupadi for the humiliation caused to her. So they tried to compensate, and Draupadi asked the freedom of his husbands in exchange, as per Mahabharata. But question is, where they freed? The justice system took his own course. Yudhishthir once again made a mistake, and they were exiled for 13 years.
Okay.
So every Pandava suffered in the hands of the justice of destiny, you can call. They suffered a 13 years of exile, which if you consider from today's perspective is as good as jail. They were, as you say, they were rulers. They were supposed to be ruling in the life of luxury, and they were in the forest. So they indeed suffered and they were penalized. So I'm not defending their actions. But what I am trying to rather read myself is the time was different. Today, gambling is illegal in a large part of the world. And still gambling is legal in a large part of the world, right? No,
Of course.
is it too difficult to realize that 5,000 years ago, such kind of gambling was a protocol between the kings, where for kings it was not very easy to come out. See, there are certain times what happens is the weakness in humans, they seek an alternative definition of dharma and they call it parampara or tradition. And they become so much involved in traditions that they forget that traditions are not dharma. Tradition is of a much lower value than dharma. But they become so much confused that they do not realize this fine gap between tradition and dharma, and they begin to think the traditions are dharma. And that is exactly what Yudhishthir felt, that it was his dharma, that once he has been enslaved, he cannot raise his voice or he cannot take action against his master. No, he was stupid, but if you realize, most of the society, most of the people sitting in that court, they too failed to defend Draupadi because they too were confused between dharma and tradition. So They were confused about the duty, and that is exactly what I tried to do when I compared this with Jallianwala Bagh. Just like
Actually,
Arjun, just like Pandavas,
actually,
just
I
like
was on the same track that in that context, elections of Pandavas were duty bound in that time frame. And similarly,
yes,
what soldiers in Jallianwala Bagh incident did was on the same line in a different time frame.
precisely. That is exactly what I am comparing. That on the same way the Pandavas chose to be choose not to fight against their masters, not to raise their voice against their masters. Jallianwala Bagh soldiers too chose not to raise voice against their master. And you are right. And do you see the flaw? Because both of these arguments are flawed by the same reason.
Of
People
course,
fail
no.
to
Actually,
distinguish
I
between
would.
tradition and dharma. And you realize that when human society begins to fail miserably, as Krishna says, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharata, avithanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyam. Paritranaय sadhuram vinashchaya duskritam dharma samstapnarthaya shambhavami yuge yuge. That is, whenever the social system, social justice will fail and will give rise to rampant corruption and evil practices, I will have to incarnate. Whenever
Of
people
course.
become confused between dharma and hollow traditions, somebody will have to guide. And Krishna came as a divine intervention. He preached Gita to Arjun. And you see, the hot 13 years of exile molded Arjun, as I told in the beginning.
Yes,
This
I
time he is not ready to follow the chain of command. He is ready to give up the bow for his conscience, giving Krishna a great opportunity to teach the world the lessons of Gita. Now, come back or come forward to Jallianwala Bagh. People again made the same mistake of inaction, same mistake of a bad action following the chain of commands in Jallianwala Bagh, and once again our society needed somebody to guide them in the right track.
Of course.
And what was the Gita of 20th century? I would say it was the non-cooperation movement of Mahatma Gandhi, who said, give up the weapon, give up your duty, give up your blind loyalty to the kingdom, because that is not dharma. He realized that people in the Jallianwala Bagh, they have mistaken dharma for the duty. They have followed chain of command so blindly that they forgot the whole teachings of dharma. And that is where another Gita comes into perspective, another Sahita is created, and that is what I call Jallianwala Bagh as a Sahita.
Okay, I
Somebody
was
to guide
hoping
you.
your answer would be in the same line, Mr. Vivek. So I completely liked your answers, and I've heard that your book, The Accursed God, is about to get launched, and
Yeah.
I am very much intrigued by your thoughts. So I'm looking forward to reading that book, and
Sure.
I wish you all the very best for your book launch.
Thank you, Kishle. Thank you very much for your support. And I'm pretty sure you will let people know about it.
Okay,
So,
so I hope to get
that's
the
it.
first copy of the book very soon.
And I'll expect you to give your reviews on the book once you get a chance to read it.
Of course,
That's
of
an
course.
ambitious project. That's a
Without
very
any doubt.
ambitious project from my side to retell the entire Mahabharat with a perspective which has somehow lost in the overall process in the past several centuries of retelling. It is apparently lost, and I'm trying to recover that lost epic.
Of course, of course. All the very best for your great venture, Mr. Vivek.
Thank you, Krishna.
Okay, Mr. Vivek. Have a very good day.